Okay, plugged it in. As you can see, it actually runs off the USB alright. I tried installing it as a PC camera. Unfortunately, trying to install its PC camera jammed the machine up for a few minutes. It couldn't find drivers, it couldn't even find generic drivers for it. I was right, you can run it as an external drive. Yeah, I've taken off all the remaining screws, though, so you don't have to watch more video of me undoing more screws, or at least have to limit them a little bit. So, yeah, and unfortunately the video, it turns out it's not actually the speaker that's making it sound like that. The playback on the video was massively tinny. It was, it was so bad. There was massive, the roller shutter on the video was making everything sway like it was made of wet spaghetti. It was, the video quality, the colour reproduction was alright. The zoom was, of course, digital. It became massively pixelated when I zoomed in. But it's just rubbish. So it's just... Where'd you go next? Come on. Come on. Oh, come on. Give up. Give it up. Of course, there's more screws hidden away. You only notice when you're annoyed and really want to start tearing it to bits. I will notice it's sitting around doing nothing other than being turned on. The bottom has got noticeably warm again, so there's a lot of the power going to waste here. I mean, it's rated for something like 500 milliamps or thereabouts. I mean, obviously the mains adapter is rated for more because it's got to do charging the battery as well. But I hope it doesn't try and charge off that. Oh god, look at that cable! Look how wrinkled it is. That's terrible. It's only got to go through like what 60 degrees total. Look how mangled that is. Oh, it's just they've split it and folded it and taped it to go through the central hole. That's rubbish. Oh, okay. That looks like a power cable because that's quite thick. Let's get this. I'm not going to break any cables until I absolutely have to, you know. But let's see. Put it off. Got a separate daughter board there. That's just for the switches. And is that the slider? Yeah, just for the slider. There's the SD card slot. So you just unplug that. Yeah, nothing much there. Right, so that bit of tape just fell out. Right, so get the back off. There's another couple of screws. Yep. Yep. So just that one there. And that one there. God, I really wanted. I thought this was a good idea to buy this. It was going to be a rubbish camera. I should have looked up more reviews. But no, it looked like it was quite a neat thing. Maybe I could fix it, and maybe I could, just try and tweak it, and it'd be a bit better. Maybe someone hadn't been using it right. But no. Oh, is that not? There's another one in the middle, underneath the ribbon cable. That's why. There we go. And yep, there's more screws. Another 4 here. Around the rear surface. The screen, there's a lot of cables going into the screen area there, so odds are that's probably what a parallel interface LCD. Probably going to be a weird proprietary driver. There won't be anything usable in here. Most likely, if there is, I'd like to know about it. So we'll still take it off. And what we got? Okay, that one comes off there. That's just the LED board. Okay, separate board. I'm surprised. That is actually quite surprising. It's trying to build a camera like some massive, but it'll be a very tight budget because it's so cheap. And you've got 3 LEDs on there with the board right under it. Why not just put some right angle LEDs in there? Right angle LEDs, angled upwards, they go through the you're making a light pipe as well. Even if you put surface mount ones on, you could surely angle them enough. It's not like it's a single-sided board or anything. There's plenty of space back there. That's just what are they thinking of? What are they thinking of? Alright, what have we got here? 1, 2, 3, and 4. That gets the PCB LCD board out. Oh, come on. Oh, that corner one. Cheap plastic, it just swarf and binds. Okay. There's no driver chip on here. It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what, about 10 cables going into there. That's probably power then. That probably data. God knows, we might be able to do something with it. It's just another generic cheap LCD from a camera, and they're all much the same. It's actually got something on the surface here. I don't know if that's worth noting. Maybe it's a, you know, grade B from the factory. You know, it's the rest of the camera's in, you know, physically fine. So maybe they get cut costs by going for the LCDs that have these tiny little bits of pitting in the surface. They got a little, yeah, 4-way and 5 switch joystick panel. Anyway, let's see what we got now. You stay down. Let's take the remainder of this off. The remainder of this is just 1, 2, 3. Yeah, just 3 looks like. Again, might be wrong. You never know. You never know. Now, inside here is where the USB circuitry will be. So maybe without all this, you know, you throw some power into it, it might operate as a webcam still, or if it's not going to operate as storage. There doesn't seem to be any memory out here, so presumably the onboard memory is inside here. There we go. There we go. Oh, there's a ball bearing. Oh, yeah, it did have a... Here's some springs, little clutch mechanism there. Just for holding it straight. That's off. No more screws on this side, no more screws on the top, no more screws on the bottom. There's 2 on the back though, that were hidden underneath the LCD panel. Let's see. Let's see no more. Use that as a handle. Let's see if we'll pull this away. Nope. Any hiding under the flap there? Nope. Any hiding under the... Oh no, it's not on that panel, so... Now, why aren't you coming apart now? In the split at the back here... come on. Come on! Use a good boy. Use a good boy. Not this. Ooh. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? There's fucking steel weights in here. Steel weights! Oh my goodness. You've got to be kidding me. How much? What you got here? Come on. Okay, let's use the new scales. The new scales are still nice. They still work, that's why they're in a plastic bag, so they don't get stuff on them. We'll distort the readings a little bit, but 108, 109, 109, 110. Set that. Set. Yeah, 110 grams of steel just thrown in for no good reason. What a... Oh, good grief. Look at the space in there, though. That's so... It's so hollow there. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's see what we got left in here. Let's see what's left. What's holding this together? It looks like it's the focus ring. Does the focus ring come off in any way? Got... Doesn't unscrew, does it? It's got a little bit of play to it. It does look like it goes inside it. There's no screws remaining. So I'll sod it. Come on. There we go. Just pop clips. That's all. Just pop clips. Okay, that just... What's that? Yeah, that's just the flash circuitry. What we got here? MC10 power PCB. Oh, because it's got the power switch on. Does sod the selector switch? Okay. Well, this will be the guts of it. Oh my god. There's a tiny little sounder glued to the main board. Okay, pull them out. You can see underneath all the cables here. There's a tiny little piezo sounder glued to the processor. Okay, let's take the boards off here. This is socketed both ends, or they seem to be. Yeah, they are. Not gonna... No permanent harm done. Oh my goodness, look at this. This is... Okay, pop that. Sorry, I keep forgetting to turn it round for the camera. Sorry about that. I will get used to this, I'm sure. It's the working away from me that's the trick. MC10 sensor PCB version 2.1. Okay, so this is the upgraded version from an original version. So presumably there was a version of this that was worse. I'll let that rattle around inside your heads for a bit. And there is the actual camera. We actually got, got the microphone on there, which matches up with the. That's just cheating. It's got stereo. You know, it implies stereo, but no, it's just mono, and that's rubbish. Ugh. Let's just quickly just take this off and have a look at it, because this thing, it looks like a webcam. It looks like a webcam. It's got it looks like a parallel data output here. We've got three. Oh, yeah, three. Is this actually connecting through then? Oh, the top. Ah, okay. That one and that one have both apparently gone through the board. Yeah, there we go. That's pretty dire, isn't it? That's pretty dire. I wonder if this would have been useful before, because I noticed the silk screen here. It actually looks like it's been laid out for the microphone to go. The microphone to go on the front there, but yeesh, that's pretty dire. Let's have a look how big the CCD in it is, just to get an idea. Pop you off. Ooh, blimey. That's actually quite large. For a sensor that large, I am surprised at how bad this is. Mind you, I suppose sensors these days are quite small, so maybe it's just very old, which again, keeping low budget, so I don't know, maybe I'll be able to use the focus off it for something if I need to. Anyway, okay, final bits. Let's see. Let's pull the main board out, the main brains of this thing. So I can see the built-in memory. I can presume then that that's the adapter that comes with the mains adapter, since it will run off USB power. The 800 milliamp rated mains adapter probably isn't actually 800 milliamps, because if it will run off the sort of current limited 500 of a stock PC, then there's no way it should be experiencing underpowered when it's plugged into the mains. Alright, let's see what we got here. Samsung 719, code K9F5608UOD. Let's see what that is later. Oh, loose screw. Let's get that. Let's see if we can get you off. Oh. Oh no, it's just the housing. I haven't broken the piezo. One of the few components I might be able to salvage from this thing. What have we got under here? Some hot glue. Well, not hot glue, but something. Logo doesn't look familiar. ST something or other. I'm going to need the scalpel just to try and scrape off the surface. And that has been some marginal help. It's not lasered, it must be silk screen because it's taken the lettering with it. It's an ST something something 70BLQP. Well, I'll start with that is later. Obviously, the largest chip is going to be the processor for what it's worth. Not a lot, as I say, £7 obviously, but put them back on there. It's cute, you know, you could give it to a child. The child might play with it for a couple of months before they realise it's crap. But overall, this is a pretty rubbish camera, and being built down to this sort of budget, there's a couple of, as I say, questionable things they've done. If they wanted to, they could have got the budget down a bit lower, I reckon. But obviously, if you're producing cameras of this budget, maybe you just don't have the people on board to, you know, you're not paying the people well enough to bother thinking about details like that. I don't know, I may be bad-mouthing them there, but this is a pretty terrible product. Oh well. If I find anything interesting, I'll throw the links up on the back there. We have another Samsung chip on the back there. Much thicker leads, goodness knows what that one's for. Maybe it's more memory. We've got two quartz oscillators there. No, there's not an awful lot else here that seems to be of much interest. And I'll pull the rest of the boards off here. I mean, God, those weights though. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna have to get some editing software down there. So this might be a little bit of a rambly, long video, but I'll try and get some editing software down here, trying to improve things a bit. But I do like to look at things in a bit of detail, so I'll have to work out a better way of doing this, perhaps. Perhaps. Come on, why you? What's stuck? Is it just because it's on the? It is, isn't it? It's just the selector wheel. Come on. Obviously, don't use nice screwdrivers for this. These ones are getting pretty mashed up anyway. You're not coming, are you? You bugger! Come on, you bugger! You're not secured anywhere. God, they must have really glued that. There's not a lot of fuss though, as you can see through there. Oh, hello! Oh, it turns around off it, of course, because it's rotary, isn't it? But yeah, we have a switch and an LED. This, a shame, you know. I was hoping for something a little more entertaining than that, but that's probably the biggest surprise. Why? Anything that's got. That's not even a separate assembly, is it? That's actually moulded in. So it's not really. Oh no, are they glued? Well, they might be actually. The grills, the microphone grills might be clip-ins. Might be able to use the microphone grills. It's a pretty dire state to be in when you're fussing around like, oh, I've got to make something, because I've got to find something I can use this for. I can't just chuck the entire thing. It's not going to go back on eBay, is it? But hell, I wouldn't even feel right selling this. I used the original advert. I probably like. They said it was terrible and they didn't know if it worked. I don't know if I could sell it like that. Yeah, it might feel like I'm ripping someone off. Because this is a dire camera. The Amazon listing I saw was listing these things. I think what, for 50 quid, something like that, 40 quid. It's a bit hard to remember. This is pretty dire. Ah, there we are, there we are. I paid 7 quid for a very small speaker. You never have too many very small speakers. They're always very useful for things where you might need a very small speaker. You know, small things, for example. So, yeah. How about that? Bargain. Absolute bargain. Is there anything else in here? Let's give you a wiggle. Yeah, it's just torn off. Good, good. And get the screw off it. Magnets, lovely. How do they work? And what else we got here? Flash circuits. Doesn't look particularly complicated. These are a very large connector because it's got an open sensor. Small chip. Should not touch the. What's this? 80. Rated at 80. Sorry, mumbling there. There's not really a lot used there, is there? Any other bits? No. No. Yeah, and that grill's just moulded in. Because they look nice. Sorry, I think I'm allergic to crap. It's quite a bad place to be, really. Oh, but that's quite nice. The tripod mount, screw mount, looks like it's on a very, very discreet little assembly. Usually they've got on all manner of strangely shaped metal fixings to make them work into the camera. That's actually just... Let's move back into the focus. Little cross there, couple of holes through. That's actually quite neat. So that, and a speaker. And maybe a screen. Goodness knows, I don't know. Screen with OK on it. Anything else? No. Oh, good grief! This is tat. This is utter tat. I'm going to make an entire special playlist for this. Tearing down tat. Tearing down tat. A tat teardown. Torn down tat. Tear down. I don't want to use. It's Thursday, and it's like I could do a teardown Thursday. No, wait, someone else does that already, don't they? Of course, I'm not going to rip off YouTube celebrities mimicking their names. Yeah, teardown is what I'm doing here, and teardown is a fairly standard term, I believe. God. These clank, and the manufacturer of this have something clank to be able to sell this, I'll tell you. But so yeah, only good things. Beep sound, very nice. Use of camera batteries, very nice, because it's nice that you don't have to go out and... Yes, a few hundred milliamps, lithium ion, it's got a sensor port. I mean, you don't really need to make new battery housings unless you really want to sell something specific, you know. So this could, you know, the idea of using something like this around more open sourcey type design could be quite good. You know, using bog standard camera battery, and these things are used in other things now because they became so common for a long time. So yeah, maybe something to go with there. I don't know, but I'll keep it to one side. The battery's probably knackered, but battery compartment, very little. Of course, plastic was cheap. It snapped again. Funny angled bit is bound to happen. It's a little wedge-shaped bit. You can see it's sort of triangular. The hatch here was rubbish because it just kept popping open all on its own. Again, you couldn't close the memory hatch because that would eject the card. The size of the lens here is that's taking the piss. That really is, when that on the outside and that in the middle of it. Honestly, it's yeah. This lot's going to have to go in the bin. I'll put links if I find what these are down, but yeah. I think this is probably our first Tat Teardown. So, most of the things I find across the teardown are tats, so we'll see. I'm going to turn on the battery. Alright. Take care, guys. We'll see what comes next. Ta-ra! Bye-bye! I'm going in the bin now.